D5821 here. I hope everything's golly Moses. Hey guys, Trooper D5821 here. Today I want to do a tabletop review of the range bag that I got at Academy Sports a little while back. So, let's do the review. Okay guys, so here's the range bag that I picked up at Academy for about $40 or so. It's a little bit bigger than what I was looking for, but once I got home and I started putting everything in here, it actually has all the compartments and all the other accessories that I needed. I did want some MOLLE on here so I could attach some things to the outside of the bag, and I did want some Velcro on here so that I could add a couple patches, but nothing major. All in all, great bag. So let's go ahead and do it. This thing is, like I said, it's pretty big. It has one huge pocket on the outside here. It has a big pocket here on the end. It has two pretty good sized pockets on the front. On the other end we have a little drop bag, a little catch bag that you can use for holding your drink or throwing spare rounds or whatever in. It's got another little pocket here that you can use for whatever. I think it's supposed to be a cup holder or a drink holder, but it's not big enough. And then of course you have another little smaller pouch here. It's made of good heavy duty nylon. For the price, it's it's a good quality bag. The zippers are pretty heavy duty. The strap is pretty heavy duty. So I've not had any issues with the bag so far. Inside this big main pouch here, I have all my spare magazines. I have another pocket knife that I can use. I have my Leatherman's tool. Nothing fancy. This one here has has all your typical stuff: screwdriver, metal file, can opener, bottle opener, serrated edge. Right here we have a straight edge knife. On this side here we have a saw blade, and then you have your flathead and Phillips head screwdriver. Of course, it's got the normal bottle openers and stuff like that. So that's a good little tool to have if you're going to be at the range at all. Then I have a pistol tool. This is made by Gun Tool. And it's got some different sized Allen keys. It's got a blade. It's got a metal punch. It's got a flathead screwdriver, another Allen key. So far, anything I've needed to have to work on my pistols, it's worked great. It pretty much fits everything. In this little compartment here, you have two different flathead screwdriver heads, and you have two different Phillips head screwdriver heads there that you can put in this little thing here, and turns it into a screwdriver. So if you have additional small little tool kits that takes that kind of thing, or a small driver set, you can use those same attachments in here to do all kinds of different things. So it's another kind of multi-tool that you can use. On here you've got different elastic holders here. It goes from very small to fairly large here, so that you can put pens, batteries, whatever other accessories in it. You could also use this as a little cleaning pad to clean your pistol after going to the range. In this back pocket here, I have an accessory kit for my Alien Gear holsters. Right now I have an Alien Gear cloak holster, which is the leather back holster. Also have an Alien Gear cloak 2.0, which is the neoprene backed holster, which is what I carry right now with my 9mm Sigma, and I have an Alien Gear 3.0 or Alien Gear Cloak Tuck 3.0 on order, and hopefully it will get here this week. And once I get it, I'll do a review. I also have some other pouches in here, one for my Leatherman, one for my knife, a couple magazine pouches here in case I need extra magazines on my hip, depending on what kind of shooting I'm doing. So that's that side here. Let's go ahead and move to this end. In this pouch here, I have a set of gloves. These are just some Franklin batting gloves. They've got a little extra padding here in the palm. You know, so if you're going to be at the range shooting a lot of rounds, your weapons do start getting hot. So a pair of gloves is always a good thing to have. A lot of guys like to use the mechanics gloves, which they are good. They're a good glove to use. They're very sturdy and very good for that kind of stuff. I had an extra pair of batting gloves, so I just threw them in there. And with that padding on there, with me shooting in 1911, shooting a lot of rounds downrange, after a while the pistol does get hot, so the extra padding does help with the heat, and it also helps with the recoil. Okay, so on the other side here we have the two big square pouches here. In one pouch I have a notebook, so I can take range notes, how I'm shooting, whatever, or if I use this bag as a go bag, I can use it to take down notes of other things, safe places to go, places not to go, so on and so forth. And I also have some pens. I have 2 ink pens, and I have 2 Sharpies. I have a big fat Sharpie, and then I have your standard Sharpie here just in case, which also helps easy marking targets or even marking other things. In this bag, or in this pocket here, I have different holsters. I have one of my small paddle holsters with an active retention, with a thumb retention there for my 1911. I have a pancake holster with retention, with a thumb retention for my Sigma. I have a paddle holster from Phobos for my 9mm, and I have a paddle holster from Phobos for my 1911. Anytime you go to the range, guys, you should train and practice with what you carry. Or you carry different holsters at different times depending on how you're dressed. When you go to the range, you should have those holsters with you so that you can train drawing your weapon from that holster, so that you can train reholstering your weapon into that holster. And what you want to do is you want to get to the point of where you can draw your weapon, handle business, and then reholster without looking. You don't want to be looking down at your holster whenever you're holstering. And if you do that, you're taking your eyes off the threat or off the situation. So you don't want to do that. You want to be able to reholster without looking. At this other end down here, I have my first aid kit. You can get these general purpose first aid kits, military grade, sergeantgrit.com, medalsofamerica.com. There are some other sites that you can get them from, but it's got pretty much everything in there. A couple things that it doesn't have that I wish it did. It does not have a tourniquet, so I need to get a tourniquet. It does not have the plastic chest compressor bandage, so if you have a sucking chest wound, to where you can put that over the hole to help that individual. It doesn't have any type of scissors or any type of clamps. So those are a few things that I need to add to my first aid kit. Here is just a carabiner that came with my Leatherman's tool, just a multi-purpose carabiner. It's got a bottle opener here, and then it's got a small nut head there to help. And it clearly states on there that it's not for climbing, so it's not super duty stuff there. All right, so let's check out the inside of the bag. You can tell the Velcro on there is pretty good. Good strong Velcro. So when you open the bag, you have a couple pistol pouches. I keep some targets in here, and then it has a part that you can pull out. And in there, I keep my ears, my eyes, a bore punch, some patches in case I need to do just some real quick cleaning of the weapon while I'm there, a box of 45 rounds, and a box of 9mm rounds. So as you can see, there's a lot in this bag here. If the range you go to doesn't provide staple guns and staples, then you would want to add some staples and a staple gun to your bag. That way you're able to put your targets up and change them out. You might also want to add some target pasties, or you can use, pens or Sharpies to mark the holes on the target if you're using the same target over and over again, so that you can see where each new round lands. So again, for the price that I paid at Academy, it's not a bad bag. Not a bad bag at all. Alright guys, that was a tabletop review of my range bag. Hopefully by the end of this week I'll get my Alien Gear Cloak Tuck 3.0 holster, and I'll do a review of that holster along with the other two Alien Gear holsters that I have. So in the meantime guys, remember, God is awesome. Put everything in His hands. Stay safe, and God bless.
For more than 200 years, our Corps has done two things for this great nation. We make Marines, and we win battles. Take me to the brig, so I can see the real Marines.
Good night, Chesty.